Hey everybody, it's Rachel O, and it's week 3 in the Viewer's Choice video series here on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for submitting your question. Today's question is going to take me a little while to answer because it's not one of those short questions, and so hey, go grab a seat. This is a perfect time to watch this if you have time to just sit back, relax, and enjoy and take in what I'm going to have to say. So this question was submitted via my Facebook fan page, and the person wanted to know if I had any tips on how to become a makeup artist. I'm going to try my best to answer this question within 7 to 10 minutes, but again, it might take me a little long because I want to share my personal career story with you guys, and I want to give you information that you can go and act on and get started in the fabulous career of makeup artistry. So, and I'm going to be looking over to the side because I have some notes here. So my first recommendation is to get experience. Makeup artistry is a field that is a very interesting field, and that unlike a hairstylist where you have to go to school and get your license and learn all about the scientific theory of hair and take your state board, you don't really have to do that for makeup artistry. It is an unlicensed field, which means that you have a lot of people that are very talented, naturally talented, and are excellent makeup artists, and then you also have some people that perhaps can only do great makeup on themselves and consider themselves to be makeup artists. So if you really want to be the best makeup artist, you want to go out and get experience. The best way to do that is to try to get a job at your local makeup counter. When I first got started, I took a job at Sears at their makeup counter, which they don't even have a cosmetic portion of the store anymore, but that was one of my first jobs, and it really allowed me to do makeup on all different skin types, ethnicities, and that's really important. That's what makes you a great artist, is if you can do makeup on not only African American skin, but Caucasian, Asian, more mature, younger. So go out and get that experience. Number 2, determine what your specialty will be as a makeup artist. You have lots of different career segments that you can work in. You could be a fashion makeup artist. You could be a bridal makeup artist. You could decide you just want to work in retail as a makeup artist. Decide what suits your personal taste and what's going to help you pay your bills. Both of those are important. Not everyone's meant to be a celebrity makeup artist. I personally do not have that goal to work with makeup artists. To work with celebrities. Although I have, that's not really a huge goal of mine. My personal philosophy is to be a star where you are. If you're at the makeup counter, if you're working in a fashion segment, if you're working with just everyday women, which is what I truly enjoy, just be a star where you are and be the best that you can be. Don't ever feel like, the best means you have to work with celebrities. You just take your gifts and your talents and figure out what industry most interests you, and just be the best makeup artist that you can be in that segment. Do your homework. Definitely check into getting some resources. Some of my favorite books that I've read have been, of course, Fine Beauty by Sam Fine. Crystal Wright does a great packaging your portfolio workshop. She also has books. I'm looking at my bookshelf over here. Kevin Aquan. There's so many books that you can get that will help you to really study the craft and learn about the makeup industry. So do your homework, do some research, and definitely take in some of the resources that are out there from YouTube to workshops. Just kind of get out there and study your field. Go to school. I do recommend going to school, although it's not necessary. You do have some of the best makeup artists out here that have never been to school. They're just naturally talented. But for me, I found that just being a makeup artist kind of limited me. I mean, if you think about it, there's not really a lot of people that are getting their makeup done Monday through Friday. Unless you work in LA or New York with a celebrity clientele, or you're working in a hair salon. For the most part, people look at makeup as a special occasion service, or if you're working in retail. And so for me, I wanted to have more options, and that's why I decided to go to school and study aesthetics, which also includes the study of makeup artistry, and allows you to be able to do waxing and facials. So for me, it's like I really wanted to go to school so that I could really make a career out of makeup artistry and have some other options. If you decide not to go that route, there's lots of other classes that you can take. You have Sam Fine that does classes occasionally. You have makeup artists that are coming up or have been out longer, like Tia Danzler. There's another makeup artist in Atlanta that I'm thinking of that travels and does makeup classes. Even sometimes makeup companies will do classes. So take some classes, you know, go on your internet and see what schools are out there and take some classes so that you can get some professional training, and more importantly, to get a professional opinion about your artistry. Because sometimes, you know, when you look at your work, you're like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so, you know, A game. But, you know, sometimes when you get another professional, they can look at it and say, oh, well, you need to work on this, you need to work on that. So, you know, definitely consider that. Alright, so I would also definitely recommend that once you determine what segment you want to work in and you've built good relationships with talent agencies, models, and fashion stylists, and Crystal Wright's book will help you get a little bit more information about that, that you start to build your portfolio. This is mine. And it's basically over 10 years worth of photo shoots and things that I've done here in Chicago. And that don't need to be in there. But you know, and I have pictures of models from all different ethnicities, you know, Caucasian, African American. And it's really important to have this to be able to show to people that, you know, this is my level of skill. And this is what I can do for you as your makeup artist, whether it's a model or a talent agency that you're trying to work with. Definitely get a portfolio just to show, you know, what your skill is as a makeup artist. And, you know, to me, that really starts to make you official because you have photos and you can show, well, these are the clients that I've worked with, and this is my artistry. So, you know, start to develop your portfolio. And again, you can check out Crystal Wright for more information on that. You can also try to assist makeup artists. I know I felt really blessed in that when I first started, I started out in the industry as a model. And so it gave me access to people that were already working in the industry. And on one of my modeling jobs, I met my mentor. Her name is Delisa Lee. And she basically took the time to answer my questions. I went on jobs with her. She came on to at least 1 or 2 jobs with me. I would send her my work. Sometimes I still do send her my work. And, you know, if you can assist someone, you can actually see what their work ethic is like. You know, what things do they recommend you do while you're on set? What things do they recommend not to do? You can just develop relationships and possibly find a mentor. And, you know, it's a great thing to be able to assist someone and just watch them work. And so I definitely recommend assisting makeup artists that you perhaps admire. The last thing is to have an entrepreneurial mindset. A lot of makeup artists and people that work in this field, we are artists, you know, which means that we tend to be creative, artistic people. And sometimes that means not so much having an entrepreneur mindset, but you really do, because if you decide that you want to make a career out of makeup artistry, then you have to know what you need to do to pay your bills. And that requires you to think as a business owner. So you might want to take some business and marketing classes, or, you know, if you happen to find a makeup event that offers business and marketing classes, by all means take advantage of those classes, so that you can also have not only the artistic background and information, but also the business mind to be able to succeed in the field. So I'm gonna post this video on my blog, and I'll have some helpful links for you to look up and get more information about becoming a makeup artist. I want to thank you so much for submitting your question. I hope it wasn't too long, and definitely if you're in Chicago, feel free to visit me at Hair Love Art Studio. That's where I work 2 days a week and take clients. And you can find more information about me at RachelOBeauty.com. All right, so thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon.